The maternity ward hummed with life, a mix of soft newborn cries, the rustle of nurses bustling about, and the quiet murmurs of expectant families. For Mia and Ryan Carter, this was supposed to be the happiest day of their lives. They had spent months transforming their modest apartment into a space fit for a baby, with pastel walls, stuffed animals, and a crib that Ryan had spent 2 weekends assembling. Mia's face glowed as she clutched Ryan's hand. "We're so close," she whispered through clenched teeth as another contraction hit. Her breath came in short gasps, but her eyes shone with excitement. "We're finally going to meet her." Ryan nodded, his voice steady despite his own nerves. "You're doing amazing. She's going to be perfect." As the hours passed, their excitement dimmed under the weight of complications. Mia's contractions grew erratic, and the baby's heart rate dipped on the monitor. The once calm doctor furrowed his brow, issuing rapid instructions to the nurses. "What's happening?" Mia asked, panic creeping into her voice. "We need to act quickly," the doctor replied. His tone was clipped but professional. He explained that the baby was in distress and an emergency C-section was necessary. Mia's heart raced as the room filled with activity. Ryan leaned in to reassure her, but his own face betrayed his worry. The surgery room was sterile and cold, its bright lights reflecting off stainless steel surfaces. Mia lay on the table, trembling as she listened to the doctor's clipped voices. She searched Ryan's face for reassurance, but he was left to wait outside, his fists clenched in helplessness. Minutes turned into eternity. Finally, a nurse emerged holding a tiny, fragile baby. Mia strained to see her daughter, but something was wrong. The room was eerily silent. There was no cry, no reassuring wail signaling life. "Why isn't she crying?" Mia demanded, her voice cracking. The doctors worked frantically. "Her lungs aren't developed enough to function," one explained. The baby was rushed to the NICU, leaving Mia and Ryan in a limbo of fear and uncertainty. Hours later, the couple sat in a dimly lit consultation room. The neonatologist entered, her expression somber. "Your daughter, Lily, has a severe congenital heart defect and severely underdeveloped lungs," she explained. "Her condition is critical." "What does that mean?" Ryan asked, his voice trembling. The doctor hesitated, her words careful but crushing. "It means she may not survive. Surgery isn't an option right now. We can provide comfort care." "No," Mia interrupted, her voice rising in desperation. "You're saying there's nothing you can do?" The doctor placed a gentle hand on Mia's shoulder. "We'll do everything we can, but you should prepare for the worst." Mia sobbed, her body shaking as Ryan held her close. Their dreams of parenthood seemed to collapse around them. Enter Dr. Elena Parker, a figure of hope amidst despair. Known for her groundbreaking work in pediatric cardiothoracic surgery, Dr. Parker reviewed Lily's case. She didn't sugarcoat the severity of the situation, but offered a glimmer of possibility. "I'll be honest," Dr. Parker said, her tone measured. "Lily's chances are slim, but I believe in trying the impossible. If you're willing to fight for her, so am I." Mia clung to those words, her eyes filling with tears. "Please," she whispered, "save her." Dr. Parker wasted no time assembling a team. Lily's condition, a rare and severe heart defect, required immediate intervention, but her lungs were too weak to support her through recovery. It was a puzzle that tested even the most experienced doctors. The NICU became a battlefield of hope and science. Machines surrounded Lily's tiny body, their beeps marking her precarious hold on life. Dr. Parker explained the complexities to Mia and Ryan. "Her heart is essentially working against her body. We need to correct the defect, but the surgery itself could destabilize her further." "Then how do we proceed?" Ryan asked, his voice strained. Dr. Parker outlined a radical approach, using a 3D printed model of Lily's heart to rehearse the surgery. The idea was bold, untested at this scale, but it offered a way to minimize risks. Within days, a replica of Lily's heart was created. The surgical team practiced tirelessly, tweaking their approach with each trial. Meanwhile, the hospital staff debated the ethics of proceeding. "She's too fragile," one doctor argued during a tense meeting. "This isn't a case of prolonging life, it's prolonging suffering." Dr. Parker's gaze didn't waver. "It's about giving her a chance. If we don't try, we'll never know what's possible." In the NICU, Mia sat by Lily's incubator, her hands pressed against the glass. She sang softly, her voice breaking as she fought back tears. "You're stronger than they think, Lily. Just hold on." Ryan, unable to sit still, buried himself in research. He spent hours on forums and medical sites, desperate for answers. His obsession created tension between him and Mia. "You think Googling solutions is helping?" Mia snapped one night. "And you think singing lullabies is going to save her?" Ryan retorted. The argument ended with Ryan storming out, leaving Mia in tears. But later, they reconciled, realizing they needed to support each other now more than ever. The day of the surgery arrived with a heavy silence. The surgical team prepped meticulously, their movements precise yet tense. Dr. Parker reviewed the plan one final time, her calm exterior hiding the weight of the responsibility she carried. In the operating room, the atmosphere was electric. Monitors beeped steadily as the team worked on Lily's tiny heart. Midway through, a complication arose. A sudden bleed threatened to derail everything. "Clamp it!" Dr. Parker ordered, her voice sharp but controlled. The team moved in unison, their focus unbroken. Meanwhile, Mia and Ryan waited in the hallway, every second stretching into an eternity. Mia clutched Lily's blanket, her whispered prayers filling the silence. Ryan paced, his fists clenched. After 12 grueling hours, Dr. Parker emerged. Her scrubs were stained, her face exhausted yet calm. "She made it through," she announced, "but the next 72 hours are critical." Mia collapsed into Ryan's arms, a mix of relief and fear overwhelming her. Lily's recovery was a roller coaster of emotions. Initial signs of progress gave way to setbacks, an infection, a sudden drop in oxygen levels. Each hurdle tested Mia and Ryan's resilience. One night, as Mia sat by Lily's bedside, she broke down. "What if we did this for us, not for her?" she whispered to Ryan. He took her hand, his voice steady. "We gave her a chance. That's what matters." Dr. Parker visited frequently, her professional demeanor softening in these moments. In a rare admission, she told Mia about her own loss years ago, a child she couldn't save. "That's why I do this," she said quietly. "To give families like yours what I couldn't give mine." The air in the NICU seemed to shift as Lily began to show signs of progress. Her breathing improved, her once pallid skin grew rosy. Each milestone felt like a miracle. The first time she moved her tiny fingers, Mia gasped, her heart swelling with hope. Ryan, who had maintained a stoic demeanor throughout the ordeal, let out an audible sigh of relief. "She's strong," Dr. Parker said during her rounds one evening, her tone lighter than it had been in weeks. "Stronger than we thought." But the journey was far from over. Lily's oxygen levels dipped one night, triggering alarms. Nurses rushed in, working to stabilize her. Mia and Ryan were ushered out of the room, their anxiety palpable. Hours later, Dr. Parker emerged, her face calm but serious. "She had a rough night," Dr. Parker said, "but she pulled through. She's fighting." Mia's tears flowed freely as Ryan hugged her tightly. "She's not giving up," Mia whispered, "and neither will we." Months later, the NICU staff gathered in the hallway as Mia and Ryan prepared to take Lily home for the first time. Lily, now a robust and curious infant, blinked up at the world from her car seat. Her breathing still required monitoring, but she no longer depended on machines to keep her alive. Nurses clapped, some wiping away tears, as the couple walked toward the exit. "You're taking home a miracle," one nurse said, her voice filled with emotion. The drive home was surreal. Their apartment, once filled with nervous anticipation, had been transformed into a haven of hope. Mia had spent the past few weeks decorating Lily's nursery, filling it with soft pastel colors and cheerful decorations. A handmade sign above the crib read, "Lily, our little warrior." As they walked into the apartment, Mia and Ryan exchanged a look of disbelief. After months of hospitals, alarms, and uncertainty, they were finally a family under one roof. The weight of their journey hit them all at once, and they held each other tightly, tears streaming down their faces. "Welcome home, Lily," Mia whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. Lily's story began to spread beyond their immediate circle. Ryan, who had struggled to find his place in the fight, decided to channel his energy into something bigger. He started a fundraiser to support families with children in the NICU, raising awareness about the financial and emotional toll of such experiences. The campaign, aptly named Lily's Light, quickly gained traction, inspiring others to share their own stories of resilience. Dr. Parker, who had always preferred to work behind the scenes, found herself thrust into the spotlight. Lily's case became a symbol of hope in the medical community, a testament to the power of innovation, determination, and love. At a conference, she presented the groundbreaking techniques used in Lily's surgery, her voice steady as she recounted the risks and rewards of defying the odds. But for Dr. Parker, it wasn't just about the medical breakthrough. In a quiet moment with Mia and Ryan, she confessed the personal significance of Lily's case. Years ago, I lost a child in a similar situation. I wasn't ready then. But Lily, she gave me a second chance. Mia placed a hand on Dr. Parker's arm. You didn't just save her life. You gave us hope when we thought there was none. A year later, on Lily's first birthday, the apartment was alive with laughter and celebration. Friends, family, and even a few of the NICU nurses gathered to mark the milestone that had once seemed impossible. Balloons filled the room, and a small cake sat on the table, its single candle waiting to be lit. Lily, now a vibrant toddler, crawled across the floor with an energy that belied her early struggles. Her laughter filled the room, a sound that brought tears to Mia's eyes every time she heard it. As the guests sang "Happy Birthday," Mia and Ryan held Lily close, their hearts overflowing with gratitude. When it came time to blow out the candle, they paused for a moment, their eyes meeting. "To hope," Ryan whispered, "and to never giving up." They blew out the candle together, their faces lit with joy.